Have you ever watched a cat stalk a laser pointer? The focused intensity, the playful pounce, the way their eyes lock onto the tiny red dot as if it were the most important thing in the world. It's a dance of precision and instinct, a moment where the domestic cat reveals its wild ancestry. The undeniable air of superiority, it's captivating. Cats carry themselves with a grace and confidence that seems almost regal. They move through their world with an assurance that commands respect, whether they're perched high on a shelf or lounging in a sunbeam. But what if we could see the world through their eyes? Imagine experiencing life from a feline perspective, where every shadow holds a potential adventure and every corner a new discovery. Their world is rich with scents, sounds, and sights that we can only begin to understand. This is the story of cats and their journey alongside humanity, a journey that began thousands of years ago. From the moment humans first invited cats into their homes, a unique bond was formed. Cats have been our companions, our protectors, and sometimes our muses. A tale told not in roaring battles or grand pronouncements, but in the soft patting of paws and the quiet rumble of purrs. It's a story of subtlety and nuance, where the smallest gestures carry the greatest meaning. The soft patting of paws and the quiet rumble of purrs. These are the sounds of contentment, of a creature at peace with its surroundings. They remind us that sometimes the most profound moments are the quietest ones. This is a story that spans millennia, a tapestry woven with the threads of countless feline lives. From the sacred cats of ancient Egypt to the beloved pets of today, cats have left an indelible mark on human history. From the sun-drenched sands of ancient Egypt, where cats were revered as gods and protectors, to the bustling streets of medieval Europe, where they were both feared and cherished. To the glow of your laptop screen, where cats have found a new place in our digital lives. They entertain us with their antics, comfort us with their presence, and remind us of the simple joys of life. It's a story about the enduring bond between humans and cats, a bond that has weathered the storms of time and change. Through wars, plagues, and revolutions, cats have remained steadfast companions, offering solace and joy. One that has shaped our cultures, influenced our art, and inspired countless works of literature and music. From ancient sculptures to modern memes, cats have been a source of fascination and inspiration, and perhaps taught us a thing or two about survival and companionship. Their resilience and independence are qualities we admire and strive to emulate. In their quiet way, cats teach us about the strength found in solitude and the joy of simple pleasures. Join us now as we journey into the past, present, and future of these enigmatic creatures. We'll explore their origins, their roles in different cultures, and their place in our modern world. Prepare to see the world through a cat's eye, a perspective that is both familiar and utterly alien. Through their eyes, we'll discover a world of wonder and mystery, a world where the ordinary becomes extraordinary, and discover the often overlooked impact they've had on our shared history. From the fields of ancient farms to the screens of our smartphones, cats have been silent witnesses to our story, leaving their subtle but indelible mark on the tapestry of human life. The relationship between humans and cats began thousands of years ago, likely in the Fertile Crescent of the Near East. This region, often referred to as the cradle of civilization, was where humans first began to settle and cultivate the land, leading to the rise of early agricultural societies. These early encounters weren't about cuddles on the couch. Wildcats, drawn to human settlements by rodents attracted to stored grain, proved themselves useful allies. The presence of these wildcats was a natural form of pest control, which was crucial for the survival of these early communities. Without the intervention of these skilled hunters, the stored grain, which was a vital food source, would have been decimated by the rodent population. These early cats were not the domesticated companions we know today. They were skilled hunters, controlling vermin populations that threatened food supplies. Their sharp instincts and agility made them formidable predators, capable of catching even the most elusive of pests. This natural ability to hunt and control vermin populations was a key factor in their initial acceptance by human communities. Over time, a mutual tolerance developed. Humans benefited from the cat's pest control while cats gained access to a reliable food source. This symbiotic relationship was the foundation of a bond that would evolve over millennia. As humans began to recognize the benefits of having these wildcats around, they started to tolerate their presence more and more. In turn, the cats began to lose some of their fear of humans, realizing that these settlements provided a steady supply of food. This marked the beginning of a long and winding path toward domestication. Genetic evidence suggests that all domestic cats today descend from the African wildcat, Felis sylvestris libica. These wildcats, native to the deserts of the Middle East, were the ancestors of the modern domestic cat. Over thousands of years, through a process of natural selection and adaptation, these wildcats began to exhibit traits that made them more suitable for living alongside humans. This process of domestication was gradual, driven by natural selection and perhaps a touch of mutual appreciation. Unlike dogs, which were actively bred by humans for specific traits, cats underwent a more passive form of domestication. They chose to live near humans because it was beneficial for them, and over time, those that were more tolerant of human presence thrived. This gradual process led to the development of the domestic cat, a creature that still retains much of its wild ancestry, but has adapted to live in harmony with humans. Nowhere is the reverence for cats more evident than in ancient Egypt. The ancient Egyptians held cats in the highest regard, seeing them as more than just pets or animals. They were symbols of grace, poise, and mystery, embodying qualities that the Egyptians deeply admired and respected. Egyptians elevated cats to divine status, worshipping them as embodiments of gods and goddesses. This reverence was not just a passing fancy but a deeply ingrained part of their culture and religion. Cats were often depicted in art and sculpture, symbolizing various deities and spiritual beliefs.
Bastet, the cat-headed goddess of protection, fertility, and motherhood, held a special place in Egyptian hearts. She was often depicted as a lioness or as a woman with the head of a lioness or domestic cat. Bastet was believed to protect the home and family, and her presence was a source of comfort and security.
Cats were more than just religious symbols. They were essential members of Egyptian society. They were cherished companions and protectors, playing a crucial role in the daily lives of the people. Their presence was a blessing, and they were treated with the utmost care and respect. They protected grain stores from rodents, safeguarding a vital food source. In a society where agriculture was the backbone of the economy, this role was incredibly important. Cats ensured that the grain, which was essential for food and trade, remained safe from pests. Their hunting prowess also extended to venomous snakes, making them protectors of homes and families. The ability of cats to hunt and kill snakes was highly valued as it protected people from potentially deadly bites. This made cats indispensable members of the household. Killing a cat, even accidentally, was a serious crime in ancient Egypt, often punishable by death. This law reflected the deep respect and reverence that Egyptians had for cats. The protection of cats was taken very seriously, and any harm done to them was met with severe consequences. When a family cat died, it was a time of mourning. The loss of a cat was felt deeply, and the family would go through rituals to honor their beloved pet. This included elaborate ceremonies and the belief that the cat's spirit would continue to protect them in the afterlife. Families shaved off their eyebrows in grief, and the feline was mummified and laid to rest in elaborate tombs. The mummification process was a sign of the high status that cats held in society. They were given the same care and respect in death as they were in life, ensuring that their journey to the afterlife was a dignified one.
As the Roman Empire spread, so did the domestic cat. Across Europe, we continued our crucial role as skilled pest controllers.
In the Middle Ages, this role became even more vital. The Black Death, a devastating pandemic, swept through Europe, killing millions.
While fleas on rats were the primary carriers of the plague, we played a critical role in limiting its spread. By keeping rodent populations in check, we helped to slow the transmission of this deadly disease.
However, cats weren't always viewed favorably during this period. Their association with witchcraft and the supernatural led to persecution in some areas. Despite these challenges, cats persevered, proving their worth as essential members of medieval society.
The Renaissance brought about a renewed appreciation for art, literature, and the natural world, and we found ourselves at the center of this cultural shift.
No longer relegated solely to utilitarian roles, cats began to be seen as companions and muses. They appeared in paintings alongside noblewomen, symbolizing grace, independence, and domesticity.
Leonardo da Vinci, captivated by our enigmatic nature, famously sketched numerous studies of cats, capturing our fluid movements and expressive faces.
Writers, too, found inspiration in feline companions. William Shakespeare, in his plays, often used cats to symbolize both cunning and affection. This era saw a shift in the human-cat bond, moving beyond practicality to one of mutual appreciation and companionship.
The Industrial Revolution brought about unprecedented change, and we, like humans, had to adapt to a rapidly evolving world.
The rise of factories and urbanization led to an increase in the stray cat population, as people migrated to cities and sometimes left their feline companions behind. Life on the streets was harsh, with competition for food and shelter a constant struggle.
Yet, we proved remarkably resilient, adapting to our new environment with characteristic resourcefulness. We formed colonies, establishing social hierarchies and territories, demonstrating our remarkable ability to survive even in the most challenging circumstances.
This period also saw the rise of organized efforts to address the challenges faced by stray and feral cats. Humane societies began to emerge, advocating for animal welfare and promoting responsible pet ownership.